The single worst thing you can do if you have a personal brand and you're trying to make significant amounts of money from it, this is going to just destroy your ability to monetize it and also to grow it. The biggest problem that people do all the time is that they don't have a common enemy. They don't have a big enemy. They don't have a war cry, a thing to literally fight to the death over. Being a little exaggerative, but you get the idea. And so I just jumped off a call with one of my one-on-one private business clients that I'm helping grow their personal brand for the founder of the company. The thing that I would see with them is they would tell me all the time how different they are from everybody else. They're like, everybody else just does education, but we do education. We help you along the way. We help you get the product that you need to deliver at a wholesale price. I don't want to say too much because of confidentiality, so I'm trying to be specific in my vocabulary here. We help you with your social media. We help you with the marketing. We help you show you how to grow your business, how to get the product. We wholesale the product to you at a low cost, like all this stuff, right? And then other people just give them the education. And so the problem is that they were getting in a lot of conversations. They were getting in a lot of sales conversations that weren't necessarily leading to conversions as much as they'd like it to. And what I identified immediately right off the bat was I was like, and from what they were telling me, the people were saying in the conversations was, I don't know if I should go with you or another company. I don't understand the difference. I'm looking at different education or training companies. And so they were just getting compared apples to apples. But this is apples to apple cobbler, right? Like they are the apple pie. My client is the apple pie. They're amazing and so much more delicious. An apple is definitely healthier, but in this context, they are so much of a better option than just the plain apple. But they're getting compared apples to apples because what they're doing is they're not separating themselves from the market. They're getting compared because they're not their war cry, their big enemy is not getting portrayed well enough, right? And so how I told them to fix this was instead of just saying, like I told them in every single piece of marketing, whether it's an Instagram story, a YouTube video, a post, a podcast, like whatever it is that you're doing, you have to differentiate yourself by showing that you have a big enemy, a common enemy. There's a couple different terms for it out there, right? And you have to have this war cry that you will go to the grave over with your business. And so it's like everybody else just gives you the education. But we do the education. We help you with the marketing. We help you with blah, 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 all the things that I just said, right? And that right there differentiates yourself. That right there is going to get people bought into more of who you are, what you do, why you do the things that you do, right? And a reason why. So you don't just get compared to the other education, training, product, whatever it may be, right? So if you don't have a differentiating factor, then you need to find one because you're just going to get price compared and then you're going to get shrink into irrelevance, right? Like then there's no point in you being part of being in the business, or you're just going to get price compared and then it's a race to the bottom. Whoever offers it the cheapest loses, the margins get smaller and smaller, and then you're done. So if you want to charge a high amount of money for what you're doing, and you want to charge and you want to have a business that you love and grow your personal brand and do all these amazing things, you have to offer a premium product. And that premium product is going to differentiate you from the market. And then you can talk about, my good friend of mine, he always says, don't say that you're better, say that you're different, right? Because if you're better, it comes off as like arrogant or rude or whatever. But if you just explain to them how you're different, then they think in their heads, oh, this is way better. But if you tell them you're better, you lose. So just explain how you're different. Don't put other, like I said, in this specific case scenario, you had people who were their competitors were just offering training and education. So don't just differentiate yourself by crapping on the other people and saying that these people are terrible, all they offer is just this, and we give this away for free, what they charge $5,000 for. Okay, that's fine, but it just makes you look like kind of arrogant and rude, right? Like, I have all of this stuff, like I'm the big like it's not great, right? So what you want to do instead is just like how I showed you. You might see a lot of you might see some other companies like us, and you're wondering, because you're tapping into their psychology, right? You might see some other companies like us, and you're wondering, okay, what company should I go for? If they all do the same thing, shouldn't I just pay the least amount of money? And that's all good and fine. And I was lost in that too. And that's why I created this, and I'm able to offer the training, the education, the continual mentorship, the help in growing your business. Once again, I'm trying to say these things without saying specifics about their business, so it's a little tough. But that's why I created this company, because I saw a hole in the market, and people needed help with all these other things, and they needed continuing help with all these other things month after month after month, right? And so that's why I created my business the way that I do. And so other people might charge you $5,000 up front for just the education and the training, and that's all great. And you can do that, and you can learn that and become, once again, this is really hard, not saying specifics. You can become this thing, this business opportunity, by just taking the education, and that's all good. And if you want to do that, go ahead and do that. That's fine, amazing, if that's what you need. But the reality is, and why I did this whole thing in the first place, why I started this whole company, was because I saw that there was a need for this thing and this thing and this thing and this thing, and continuing help on building your business and marketing and getting product at wholesale and having a distributor for that. I saw this need in the market for all of this. And so that's why I created this, right? And so now not only do you have a story, you've also differentiated yourself from the market by separating yourself, saying they just offer this and we offer this. And now they're thinking in their heads, they are so much better. But you didn't say that they were better. You seeded in their mind and let it grow that you are better, right? But you didn't say you are better. And so it was their own idea that you are better, and now they will buy from you. And so that's how you have to do it. That's how you do it correctly. That's how you do it. And now that's how you do the big enemy, the common enemy, whatever term you want to use. That's how you make your competitors the enemy and get people onto your side, and literally then have them give you case studies and go fight to the death, figuratively, for your brand and your way and your messaging and your way of doing things. That's how it's done. So I hope that was super helpful. I have a free 37-minute training down below, free masterclass on how exactly I made my first $10,000 in 1 month profit, with only 2,500 followers, I think, around was what I had then, with my personal brand using Instagram and YouTube. So if you're interested in that, go check it out. If not, I've got a ton of other videos that are super valuable for you. Yeah, that's all I got. I'm not taking any clients right now, so you can reach out to me on Instagram if you want, and we can chat. But I'm not taking anybody's money right now. I'm full on clients, and yeah. So we'll see you